What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to an official player announcement video. Endo, welcome to Liverpool. Liverpool signed a brilliant defensive midfielder for just £16 million, and in this video we will break down on why Liverpool signed Endo and what he can bring to Liverpool, and also what Jurgen Klopp said about Endo. But first I want to tell you guys that Jurgen Klopp said that there is still time to make more signings. The transfer window is still open and there is still time, so let's have a look and let's see what we can do in the rest of the transfer window. Liverpool are still working on transfers, and I will have another video about Ryan Gravenberch later today or early tomorrow, because there are some big developing stories. I just need a little bit more time to gather more information on that story. But in the meantime, I wanted to cover this Endo transfer. If you are excited about Endo signing for Liverpool and he's getting Fabinho's number 3 shirt, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Half of you guys watching aren't subscribed to my channel. We are getting closer to 140,000 subscribers, and I'm enjoying bringing you guys the latest up-to-date transfer news on Liverpool FC for this growing Liverpool community, and I love reading your comments. So let me know in the comments below, where are you watching from, which country are you watching from. And this is what Jurgen Klopp said about Endo. And Jurgen Klopp is a Bundesliga expert. He watches the Bundesliga religiously and he loves the Bundesliga, and I wanted Liverpool to sign more players from the Bundesliga, because that's a very underrated league. If Endo was playing in the Premier League for 3 or 4 years, he would cost twice or 3 times as much as the £60 million. And the fact that Liverpool have given Endo 4 years on his contract means that this is not a short-term stopgap signing. Liverpool still feel that Endo has years in his legs and he can contribute massively to Liverpool in the next 4 years. But I don't think Liverpool should finish the defensive midfield search. I still think that Endo should be one of 2 defensive midfielders coming in. Jurgen Klopp said Endo is a really good player. I know in this world of football how it goes, but have a look about him, because he's a really good player. He's an experienced player, captain of Stuttgart, captain of the Japan national team. He speaks good English, he's a nice fella, family man, machine on the pitch, good footballer, and a sensational attitude. So very experienced, and he loves to work extremely hard. He's the archetypical Jurgen Klopp type of player, and this is an archetypical Liverpool style of transfer, because by the time we found out about Endo and Liverpool, the deal was already agreed with Stuttgart and the player, and Jurgen Klopp joked that finally we have a deal agreed with the club and the player as well, because before we agreed deals for Caicedo and Lavia, but both players didn't choose Liverpool. And you know what? Good riddance to them. They choose an absolute circus at Chelsea, and Chelsea are going to have absolutely tumultuous, crazy next few years with financial fair play and points deduction hanging over their head. At Liverpool we have stability, we have Jurgen Klopp still for the next 3 years, and we can challenge for trophies now that we have another defensive midfielder into our team. And as Jurgen Klopp confirmed that as soon as the rumor was out that Liverpool want to sign Endo, he said, I got plenty of messages from former players of mine. Everybody was like, if this is true, this is a genius strike. I asked to sign him for years and stuff like this. It was a very positive thing in Germany. He's super highly respected in the Bundesliga. I think for Stuttgart it's really hard to lose him, but on the other hand I think it's a good deal. 1 year left on his contract, and for Endo it's good, for the club it's good, but for us it's really good. He's really happy to join us, which is nice as well. And Jurgen Klopp said that Endo was always on his list, but we don't usually sign players of this age group, but we made exceptions with James Milner, with Thiago, and those were genius genius transfer deals, and Vatarendo could turn out to become a genius transfer deal as well, because he has the potential to become a cult hero among Liverpool fans, and he is exactly the type of player that Liverpool need. He is obviously a top fit, and we will have a lot of fun with him. I'm sure he can help us immediately, which is super cool because the season already started, and he will show how good he is on the pitch, and I can't wait to have him around. And on that note, Liverpool are in the race to secure a work permit for Vatarendo. We can register him for the Premier League game against Bournemouth, but if he doesn't get a work permit until then Liverpool will be without Endo. And because Curtis Jones is still out injured, it would actually be pretty brilliant if Vatarendo could start against Bournemouth, because that would leave Szoboszlai and McAllister to go further up the pitch. The Premier League rules state that players must be registered with the Premier League by 12 p.m. on the final working day prior to a match in order to take part, but they will accept further documentation such as evidence of eligibility to take up employment in the United Kingdom at any point prior to squads being named. Should Liverpool fail to produce a work permit, then Endo will miss out on a chance to make his debut against Bournemouth. But that would be a real shame, but Vatarendo will definitely make his debut at least against Newcastle. And Vatarendo had a full pre-season. He already played a competitive game with Stuttgart, scoring a goal in the German Cup. He was in full training, Jurgen Klopp said. When we spoke first time, he actually came off the training bridge. He's in really good shape. Of course, we need to figure out how quickly we can put him in, but it will not be a physical problem, let me say it like that. And the rest, he should play here the position he played for Stuttgart, so there's not a massive difference. Yes, of course, we do things slightly differently, but in the end, it would be cool if he could win challenges and pass the ball, and he will do that from day one. I know how this football world works, and I can see that in people's eyes. The names were flying around, and when they think, okay, they have them, do me a favor, give us a second and let's have a look. He's really good, and I'm really happy with that signing. I can't say it differently, it's a really good one. So if you needed further convincing that Vatarendo was the right kind of signing for Liverpool, just listen to what Jurgen Klopp said about Vatarendo. I'm really more and more excited each day the more we learn about Vatarendo. And Endo was actually a crucial part of the Japan team who finished ahead of Spain and Germany in the World Cup, and Germany got knocked out because of Japan, and Japan beat both Spain and Germany in the World Cup, and then they ultimately went out to Croatia on penalties in the last 16. But Vatarendo was the captain and one of the most important players of Japan. He should bring some extra leadership to a Liverpool squad, of course, who now missing Henderson and Milner, the captain and vice captain of Liverpool, but we now have 5 captains of national teams, so I don't think we will have any problems with leadership on the pitch. Endo is a battling, combative player. No wonder that his nickname is like he's a machine. Across his last 3 seasons in the Bundesliga, he competed in more duels and played the most minutes of midfielders in the Bundesliga, more than anybody else. He won the possession the second most times and attempting the second most tackles, which is really impressive. Out of the last 102 Bundesliga matches, he played 99. So he missed 3 Bundesliga matches in the past 3 seasons in total, which is really impressive. And even though he is not the tallest player, he is 5 foot 10 inches tall, he is really dominant in the air. No midfielder won more than his 219 aerial duels during his time in Germany, winning 2.2 aerial duels from 3.7 attempted per 90 minutes. That's also well ahead of Fabinho, who won only 1.5 aerial duels from 2.7. Henderson only won 0.6 from 1 aerial duel per 90 minutes contested, and Milner won 1.6 from 3 per 90 minutes. So that's really impressive that in aerial duels, even though Endo is shorter than Fabinho and Henderson, he won more aerial duels than Henderson, Fabinho and James Milner. He's not just a destroyer though. Endo led Stuttgart for attacking sequence involvements last season with 129. He made up of 35 shots, 39 chances created and 55 involvements in the build-up to a shot, with only Chris Führich also managing over 100 for Stuttgart, or 102, but Wataru Endo is by far the most involved in attacking sequence involvements, which is really impressive. And in the last 3 seasons in the Bundesliga, only Joshua Kimmich started more open play sequences that ended in a shot than Endo. Endo started 90 open play sequences and Joshua Kimmich 118, showcasing not only his ball winning ability but his propensity to be in the right place at the right time to pick up the loose ball through a recovery. His passing accuracy is 80%. That could be partly explained by the fact that 32% of his passes went forward, while 99.7% were classed as long passes. These were similar percentages to Jude Bellingham, who only had a passing accuracy of 83% for Dortmund. Like Bellingham, Endo also provides a goal threat. He recorded 9 goal involvements in his 33 games last season, 5 goals, 4 assists. He's also a chance creator. The only players to create more chances from open play were Dominic Szoboszlai, Rafael Guerreiro, Jamal Musiala and Moussa Diaby. So that's really, really impressive, to be honest. Wataru Endo, being 30 and he never played for a really big club, raised eyebrows, but his signing, I think the fact that Jurgen Klopp really liked him for years actually assures me that Wataru Endo will be a success at Liverpool, and you won't find a player working harder than Wataru Endo. He's exactly the ideal Milner and Henderson replacement. He can play in a variety of positions. He can play defensive midfield, centre midfield, right back, even centre back. So he's the perfect signing for Liverpool. Of course, he will be more of a short-term solution. You won't build Liverpool around Endo for the next 5, 6, 7 years. But Wataru Endo getting a 4-year contract means that he can easily play at a very high level in the next 4 years for Liverpool. And hopefully Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool are working on adding another defensive midfielder before the transfer window shots. So I think everything points to the direction that Wataru Endo is an ideal Jurgen Klopp style of player, even if no one was talking about him before his move was already close to completion. He has the one quality Liverpool are looking for more than any other. He's a defensive midfielder who appears to have no desire to play for Chelsea, and who can tackle, who can run, who can pass, who can dribble, and also who has incredible work rate, dynamism and physicality. Even though he's not the tallest player, he's very, very good at winning the ball on the ground, in aerial duels. It is pretty brilliant as well. And I really hope that Liverpool can get the work permit sorted for Wataru Endo, because Bournemouth at home would be the perfect game to ease Wataru Endo into it. Even though I don't want to underestimate Bournemouth, they made some terrific signings. They have a new great manager. But Bournemouth at home, on paper, it should be a little bit easier for Wataru Endo to make his debut in that game than, for example, Newcastle away or Aston Villa at home. And Wataru Endo said, and I quote, "I'm very happy right now. I'm so excited to join a big club in Liverpool. It feels amazing. This is my dream. It's always been a dream to play in the Premier League with one of the biggest clubs in the world. It's a dream come true for me." And yes, the last few days have been busy. It was very quick because I needed to decide this move for almost 24 hours, and I decided. I just said goodbye to my family and fly to here. I did the medical check, and right now I'm doing this interview. When I was a kid, I often watched the Premier League games with my father. I liked Steven Gerrard. I often watched how he played. I often watched Liverpool games. I was a bit surprised when I got the offer, but I also feel like, do I still have a chance to move to a big club? It's a very exciting moment for me, and it's a dream come true. So it's going to be the first time for me that I play at Anfield. I can't wait to play at Anfield in front of the Liverpool fans. I play as a number 6, but I'm like a bit more of a defensive player. I think I can help this club defensively, and I will have good organization in the middle. I think that's my job. I will try to have good communication with the defenders. I always try to scan where the opponents stand, try to get them, and that's my job. For me, I'm very happy to work with Jurgen Klopp, because when I became a footballer, I often watched Dortmund games when he was there, and Shinji Kagawa, another Japanese player, was also there. I think my ex-teammate must be happy, and I'm very happy to work with Klopp. I don't talk a lot, but I always show what I have to do on the pitch and what I should do for the team. That's what I'm always thinking about. I do that for the national team and with my ex-teammates at Stuttgart as well. So I will try to do that at Liverpool as well. I met only a few players here. I'm really looking forward to seeing them, and of course I'm looking forward to playing with the big players here. Number 3 is my number because I played as a number 3 in Stuttgart and when I was playing in Japan also. I love this number. I cannot wait to play with this number here. I want to achieve and become a Premier League champion here. We also play Europa League this season, as I think to win titles is our job, and I want to achieve that. I'm very excited to join this club, and I'm looking forward to seeing the fans at Anfield. So I'm really excited for this Endo transfer, and it's just brilliant that finally Liverpool have a great running, tackling machine of a defensive midfielder, and hopefully that will be the first of 2 defensive midfielders that Liverpool sign in this transfer window. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.